Hi, future CISSPs. Welcome back to the CISSP Success Toolkit, twister of the day number 88. And today we have a question which is a large organization is in the process of implementing a new web application that will be accessible to both internal and external users. The security team needs to create firewall rules to to protect the web application server. What rule configuration would best enhance the security of the web application? And we have four options. So feel free to pause the video for a minute, read the question and answer it right. I hope you have identified your option. Let me go through the question once again. A large organization is in the process of implementing a new web application that will be accessible to both internal and external users. This is most often the scenario. Whenever you need a particular application, your employees will also be using it, and you want to, have the external user also use the same application at the same time. So, very much a business use case. The security team need to create firewall rules to protect the web application server. What rule configuration would best enhance the security of the web application? So this particular question is from domain number 4, and it focuses on the selecting the right port. First option, allow all traffic to the web application server on port 80. Port 80 is often associated with uh, you can say HTTP, which do not have inbuilt encryption capability, and we don't use TLS in that particular case. So port 80 means you are inviting troubles for yourself. You are transmitting the entire message in a plain text, which is not good. So obviously, A is not the right option. We'll go to option number B, which says allow only internal users to access the web application server on port number 443, which is very well a right statement. But in CISSP, many times you have to think like a manager. So in this particular case, you have to think like a manager. Even though this options looks correct to me, but it only addresses the problem for the internal users. What about external users? It doesn't talk about that, and that's the reason why I will still hold on to this question and will go to option number C. Restrict all access to web application server to HTTPS traffic on port 443. I think this looks like a better option to me because it says restrict all access. That means for internal user as well and for external user as well. And port 443 is all about HTTPS, which is the secure version of HTTP. There is a four-way handshake which happens. It uses TLS, which has inbuilt, authentication, and tunneling also happens, and encryption also happens in HTTPS. And that's the way to go. I think C is the right answer, but we'll still go on to option number D and C. Create rules to allow access to web application server from any source on port 3389. um, Port 3389 is for remote desktop protocol. It's not for HTTPS traffic. So obviously it's a wrong selection of the rule. And whenever we talk about rules in firewalls, having the right order of rules also is very, very important, because the rule set, the validation of rule set go from top to bottom. So if there's a rule which allows something uh, in the in a particular rule which is on the top, and later on you are trying to deny that, it will never reach there. The above rule only will be hit the moment the above rule is hit. The traffic is allowed to go. So be very mindful as and when you are talking about firewall rules as well, because that is another important area you may be tested upon in the CISSP exam. And with that said, I will take a leave. I hope you are enjoying this particular series, and don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. I will see you tomorrow.